Hi everybody, I'm just gonna give you my quick top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. At number 10, I have Mr. Perfect. The guy was great in the ring, could put on great matches with just about anybody. He was no, he was in good shape. He had an excellent gimmick. The man was a two-time, maybe one-time Intercontinental Champion, and I feel he was on the same level as Bret Hart, and that's why I have him at number 10. At number 9, I got Owen Hart as one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers. The guy was great in the ring. He had an awesome match with Bret the Hitman Hart. He was very entertaining. The man could have, in my opinion, should have been world heavyweight champion at some point. The way the WWE was pushing him back in late 1997 to early 98, I feel the man should have won the world title, but politics got in the way of that, so that's why he's not world champion. But that's why I have Owen Hart at number 9, because he was a great wrestler, and it's a shame that he died the way he did, because who knows, there might have been something in the future for him had he not died. Anyhow, I go at number 8. We have Brian Pillman. The man was a great man in the ring, great man outside of the ring, high flyer. Most of the moves he did were way ahead of their time. You didn't see most people do moves like that until 96, 97, and even till then, people were like, wow, I mean, this guy can do a lot of stuff that we never seen before. This guy is awesome in the ring. And the man had a really great gimmick back in WCW and WWF with the psycho kind of gimmick. I mean, it was an awesome gimmick. It was like you didn't know if it was real or was it Memorex. You didn't know, because he just had a way of playing people like that, and that's why I like Brian Pillman, and that's why he was one of my favorite wrestlers and why I have the DVD. At number 7, I got RVD. RVD was, wow, the guy was a great wrestler. He can put on 4 or 5-star matches with just about anybody he got in the ring with. He was entertaining. He can cut sometimes decent but good promos. He had good matches with just about anybody, but I would say my favorite match of his would be the match he had with Jerry Lynn. That was an awesome matchup, and wow, he got the crowd up. He got the crowd into that match. Him and Jerry Lynn got that crowd into the match. They both worked their butt off, and that's why I have him at number 7, because he was, in my opinion, one of the hardest working wrestlers. There was many, but he was one of the hardest working wrestlers. I mean, he made sure he made that match look good, and that's why I have him at number 7. At number 6, I got Shawn Michaels. The guy was a great wrestler. He set the tone for how most ladder matches are. Well, he pretty much set the bar on ladder matches. I mean, if it wasn't for him, even though there was an early ladder match with him and Bret Hart, but still, if it wasn't for him or Razor Ramon, I mean, you wouldn't really see many guys do ladder matches. You might maybe see one in the early ECW, but maybe not in the WWF. But the man was just awesome, and he can cut a real good promo. And he has a devastating finishing move that, oh man, it's one of the sickest finishing moves I have ever seen. The Sweet Chin Music, what an awesome move. But yeah, that's why I have Shawn Michaels at number 6, and he's entertaining as well, and he has a great gimmick, and to this day, he still has that gimmick, the gimmick he got in 1992, and he's done real well for it. At number 5, I got Chris Benoit. The man was a great wrestler, could put on a good match with anybody he got in the ring with, put people over, great high flyer, and it's a shame that his life ended the way it did with that tragedy that happened in August of 2007, but who knows what could have been of Chris Benoit if he was still alive, whether he would have got a world title shot or not. The man, but he was awesome in the ring, and he could put on a great match, and he loved putting people over, and that's why I like about people like that, and you don't see most wrestlers like that nowadays. They don't put people over, just like most wrestlers in TNA, and that's why I like Chris Benoit. He was just awesome, and the man needed no gimmick. The people just loved the man because of his dedication and hard work he put into the ring. My number 4 favorite wrestler has to go to Eddie Guerrero. The man was good. Great wrestler, can play either both a heel or a face. You knew what you were going to get out of the man in the ring. He had a good match with just about anybody in the ring. My favorite matches of his were Rey Mysterio. Wow, what can you say about those matches? My favorite of one of those matches he had with Rey Mysterio is that match at Halloween Havoc, 1997. Whew, that was an awesome matchup. They just stole the whole show of that pay-per-view alone, and probably had Hogan and many of the others in the backstage just like really shitting themselves because they stole the whole show from him. But yeah, Eddie Guerrero was great in the ring, and that's why I have him at number 4. Number 3, Undertaker. Wow, this man was awesome. He can put people on the seats. People cheer for him whether he's a face or a heel. He's great on the mic. He makes you care about his matches, can tell a great story in the ring, willing to put people over, and wow, he just has a great gimmick, and it's great to see him still being around, part of the early 90s, still being around in the wrestling and doing what he does. And he's also a great high flyer, and he can do it all. And that's why I have him at number 3. And number 2, I got The Rock. The man was awesome in the ring, could cut a great promo, loved putting people over, had great matches, a great storyteller. He was just entertaining, and he was just really awesome to watch. And it's a shame that we don't see The Rock wrestling, because we need The Rock now, but I'm not going to complain about it because I'm happy about the wrestlers we have now in the business. But wow, in 97, 98, 99 to the millennium, it was all about The Rock, and he was great. At number 1, finally at number 1, I got Stone Cold Steve Austin. The man was a great wrestler right up until injuries caught up to him, but still was great in the mic. Awesome. Can put on a great match, can tell a good story. Multiple time champion. Just really good wrestler overall, in my opinion, and great entertainer. And he was just one of my favorites to watch, and his matches were just legendary. And there's room talk about him maybe coming back to the ring, but who knows? But if he does, that'll be great. Anyhow, those are my thoughts on my top 10 favorite wrestlers, and giving you my opinion about them and explaining why they're my top 10. Hope you enjoyed the video. Rate, comment if you like it. Hope to see you soon. Peace.